Okay, everybody, here we are in front of this big commercial building, and they always want it to look good, but they also want to have natives because we know that's good for the environment and good for the planet. So here's a plant. It's called buckwheat. It's January, and so it's an unusual bloom there. But this is how most of your plants are going to look. This is a California fuchsia. The idea is that when you do want to cut it, give it a haircut. You want it to look like this afterwards. And then here's a plant, a California native called yarrow. See all the seeds there? Well, you want it to eventually look like this. But here's the interesting thing is I'm not really throwing much of this away because we want to partner with the planet. And so what you want to do, grab these, pull them off, and then you want to shake that. Look at how many seeds are coming off there. You want to leave a protein source for the birds so that in winter when there's not a lot of food, you can actually provide food for the birds. And what doesn't get eaten by the birds will bloom for you in the springtime. And then what I'm actually doing is I'm just kind of like crushing this, because you know what? This looks like kind of the stuff that birds use for their nests, because it is a bird nest. And so if a bird sees this, it's going to be able to take it to higher elevation and be able to make a nest out of it. In fact, this plant right here died. It looks like a bird nest because it is a bird nest for somebody. And so that's what we do if we're going to partner with nature. And this is a Salvia allen chickarine Pozo Blue. It's a little bit of a bloom on it left, but this is typically what the blooms look like now in January. Same thing. We want to be able to just crush this and throw it back in the landscape, and birds will use this to build their homes. We want to build bird condos. We want there to be so many birds that we want condos and townhouses, and we want our little pollinator friends to really populate the planet, because the numbers are very disconcerting of how species eradication is happening at a huge rate, bigger rate than we would ever want to see. Oh, and by the way, if you're into native plants and you want something that blooms in January, guess what? It's called verbena. So most native plants take a hit in the wintertime, but not this. This is January, and it's just looking fabulous. There you have it. We'll do another video in a few months from now with the same garden. I'll show you with proper pruning what your native garden can look like from now on. Thanks for joining. Take care.